All right, on this episode of DockSide TV, we're going to have fast action in the marsh off the ICW, catching bass and redfish. Stay tuned for this episode of DockSide TV. Fishing in the wintertime, you're going to be fishing low water situations quite often. And when that happens, you're going to find bass and redfish are going to gang up, typically in deep holes or where canals are meeting duck ponds. When we have bluebird skies and we get into the months of January and February, post-front conditions, we typically avoid speckled trout and we switch our focuses towards redfish and bass like we did in this episode here. And when you do find one, you're typically going to find a whole school, or you might find bass and redfish together. So as soon as you catch one, make sure you get that lure back out one after the other and get as many as you can, because they're going to be bunched up in tight schools. Alright, here at MatrixShad.com, we just came out with our new Matrix line. We have it in a 14-pound and a 17-pound option. And on this day, when we were catching bass, or when we were in canals that we were catching more bass and redfish, I would pick up the rod with the 14-pound test. And we were in areas that were producing larger reds, we had the 17-pound test. It's a high visibility mono, and it's very, very strong, as you see how we are flipping these big 4, 5, 6 pound redfish in the boat. We like to use the high vis mono, that way we can see the line and you can watch the line when the lure makes contact with the bottom. It's called a line watching. It's a technique of fishing, and it really goes in good with fishing this estuary with this Matrix line. When you're going down the shoreline in the wintertime and the water's low, you're going to see that the entire bank could be solid mud. Where water usually is up to the marsh, it's going to be mud. And what you really want to look for and concentrate on is little bitty sloughs coming out of the marsh into the bayou, into the main bayou. And due to the fact that the water's completely gone, the slough can be very, very small but produce a lot of fish. It could be a little bitty baby creek where water's dumping out of there into the main bayou, and bass or redfish or both can be ganged up in front of that small area. So that's good things to focus on, along with where canals meet duck ponds or three-way canals, or any kind of difference that you see out there. Structure, little pile of rocks, a sunken tree, it could be anything. Fish are going to congregate around abnormal objects or differences in the shoreline in the wintertime. So make sure to get out there. Don't think that January and February is that difficult of months. It really is great for bass and redfish. And for all other episodes fishing this time of the year, go to MatrixShad.com and check out DockSide TV. Until next time, good fishing.
You're crazy. I like you. You're crazy.